welcome back to another Pristine Productions here. And I want to shout out to all the fans. Thank you for supporting me. Also, check out my website where you can buy sample packs. If you want me to do scores for you, we also do scores for film. If you want me to mix for you, you can contact me. And also, I have my course out on powered by Coursecraft, mixing a pro Afro beat, a 3-part session where this is going to change your life. You're going to learn how to mix everything entirely in the box. You're going to learn to mix, mastering stage, how to gain stage, how to get that big sound, only in my course. But today we're going to be talking about mixing a low end on your session, especially for trap beat producers. You want to make sure that bass is nice and bouncing in your face like what you're hearing. So let's go straight into it. Now this rhythm here is going to be in stores today, so hit me up, guys. I want to buy these stems. You get the MIDI folder as well, so you can create your own. So can't go wrong, guys. Come on. So let's get to it. First of all, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have some tracks here. I have a lead track here. So what we're going to focus on is going to be a quick short tutorial here. Let me get down to the drum kits here. So here's the drums. First of all, I have the hi-hats and the snare drum going here. Doing a little bit of parallel compression here. Now I'm using a trap kit here, along with some loops here. If I can loop that by itself there. Now you want to make sure, and I told this like 1,000 times, you want to make sure your drum kit is under control. For this one here, since it's a professional trap machine, I don't need to add anything to the drums except I'm doing a little bit of parallel compression here. But here's the guy. Here is the bass here, the 808 here, and listen to that 808. Now I'm going to show 2 secrets here. I'm going to turn off my processing power. I'm going to play the 808 without it. Now that's a little bit too much here. Sometimes producers get confused and like, oh, if we get more big 808, that sound's going to sound great. But actually it doesn't sound all that great. There's a balance you need to do. I'm using a 808 plug here, which has a list of good 808 plugs, 808 basses, but I still got to tweak this thing here. So I pull up an EQ here, and I'm going to do it from scratch here. I'm going to go to default. I'm going to show you what I did here. First thing you do, I'm going to solo the EQ for the sake of the tutorial. Solo the 808 for the sake of the tutorial. Is you want to find those problematic areas here. So we're going to do a little bit of notching here. Now I'm using a 5-band 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-band EQ here. So I'm not going to waste all my bands notching out little filters here. But here's what you do. You start to roll off from the bottom end. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go here and take my high pass here, my low cut, and I'm gonna go to just where about 808 begins to fade. Normally it's about 40 or 50. Let's try about 50. That's to tighten things up a bit. And then we want to go ahead and sweep down a little bit of the lower mid section here. Let's start up from like about 150 here. Maybe right about there. And here's a trick here. I'm gonna go down to let's try about 80 hertz here. right about there. Remember, I don't want the kick sound because I already have a kick already, so I'm gonna find that area. Now the kick might sound a little bit weak before, after. Let's play it in conjunction with the drums. Now it's sounding okay, but we kind of lost some of the big bass sound. Now here's the trick here. You can take any distortion plugin here and you can add that to the 808 bass, and check this out. You can adjust more or less of that distortion there. Let's back off a little bit, let him a little bit more low end, maybe about 40 here. I'm gonna bring him back the instruments. And we're gonna check our frequency here. Quite a little bit, maybe about 6 dB at 80. Keep the cut to about 38. And there we have it, a nice clean 808 sound there. Now we have the before, which is a little bit too heavy. EQ on. EQ off, a little bit too much, EQ on. Obviously, you're gonna hear the 808 a little bit lower, but what you can do is just raise a fader here, or boost the a volume or the compression, whatever you're doing, or the output here, and you get the warmth and the thickness back, but you get a control 808. Without the distortion, unless you want to get an R&B kind of 808, but the distortion is the key as well. And this track is ready for a good dancehall female artist or Afrobeat artist. So I'm gonna leave that with you guys. Remember to hit me up on my website. If you want me to mix and master for you, you can hit me up on pristineproductions.webstars.com. And if you want me to do score, if you have games and that stuff, you have your own films that you want to do, I can do scores as well. Here's some I did The Breach, Jetwater. These are my original scores, and you can also click here and get on my mixing reggae course and my Afrobeat course, start to finish, where it's going to change your life. So I'll catch you guys on that next one.